Hello Internet. Welcome to Poku Recap, a channel where we talk about anything and everything pop culture. We feature different content from Asian and Western origins. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more of our videos. Just a reminder that spoilers are ahead. Due to the recent release of the final trailer of the Batman movie, many fans are totally hyped up for the upcoming latest addition to the DC films. Here's what we know so far. This film will not be an origins movie, as we have seen so many of them already for years, and will also not be connected to Ben Affleck's Batman. The detective side of Batman will be more featured here, which is a breath of fresh air, as it often centered on his rich guy, playboy, philanthropist, and vigilante side in his earlier renditions. So, who else will be by the Caped Crusader? According to the reports, Catwoman, the Riddler, Penguin, Commissioner Gordon, and Alfred are among those characters. There is no news yet of a Robin, even if this will be set on Bruce's second year of being Batman. Whether there will be one in the future remains to be seen, so let's all wait for the sequel. The director of the film, Matt Reeves, is said to have been given creative freedom to create his own world with his characters, much like Christopher Nolan before him. There have also been rumors that this will be another trilogy, like Christian Bale's Batman. Hopefully, the films won't disappoint. The first of the three will be released this coming March 2022, which was originally to hit theaters around June 2021. But because of the current pandemic, the production was heavily affected, and the showing had to be moved. Now let's backtrack a bit to see how much Bruce Wayne, and other characters from this film, have changed through the years. Just a reminder that we will only be adding their evolutions from live-action characters, from the big and small screen. Those from the comics, animation, and games, will not be included on this list. Also characters who are not in the new film, will not be added here as well. So, Joker, will probably not be on this list. Sorry to all Joker fans out there. Batman is one of DC's most iconic superheroes, but not everybody can wear the bat suit. Lewis Wilson was the first to don the suit for 1943's Batman. He took heavy criticism for his physique, being a bit thick in the middle, very similar to Penguin's body type. His voice was also said to be too high, and his accent wasn't that good either. Yikes. He was eventually followed by Robert Lowery in 1949, in The New Adventures of Batman and Robin. He fit the suit better than Lewis, and was a more veteran actor than he was, before taking on the titular role. The next actor to play the role was Adam West. He was a more campy, and over-the-top version of the character, who starred in the TV series, which lasted 3 seasons, from 1966 to 1968. It took about 20 years or more before another actor took on the role. In 1989, Michael Keaton became the Caped Crusader in Tim Burton's Batman, which is darker than the previous representations of the said character. He went on to portray him until the second movie, Batman Returns, which was shown in 1992. Unfortunately, a third film did not fall through. So, a new actor had to play the role. Val Kilmer was his replacement in the 1995 film, Batman Forever. His portrayal wasn't the best one, and was even considered as one of the most forgettable modern Batmans. He also had issues for being rude on set, which was why he left the Batcave for good. Sadly, his career went downhill from there. George Clooney was chosen for the 1997 Batman and Robin film, which unfortunately, was a disaster. Remember the infamous bat nipples?
George Clooney is wrong. Bat nipples are awesome!
Despite the bad reviews, he moved on, and his career did not get affected by its box office failure. A darker Batman became the franchise's saving grace, when Christopher Nolan introduced us to Christian Bale in his Dark Knight trilogy, from 2005 to 2012. While his portrayal was mainly spot on, many complained about his uber-husky bat voice, which some people just couldn't take seriously. On the small screen, David Mazouz played a much younger Bruce Wayne in the TV series called Gotham, which lasted 5 seasons, from 2014 to 2019. Next in line is Ben Affleck, another high-profile actor, who played Bruce Wayne in the recent years, which were Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. He hung his cape just recently to make way for Robert Pattinson's rendition of the Batman. He has progressed so much from his earlier acting years as Edward Cullen of Twilight, and even Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. As a more seasoned actor, everyone's hoping that his iteration won't disappoint them in the recent film. Selina Kyle is a fan favorite, being both an antagonist and Bruce Wayne's love interest in the franchise. She is one of Gotham's deadly women. Julie Newmar was one of the first to take on the mantle of Catwoman in 1966 on the small screen. Lee Merriweather, however, also wore the suit on the same year, but on the big screen. She only played the role for a short time, as Newmar would end up reprising the role on the small screen for another season. Eartha Kitt was next, and was the very first African American to take on the role. Due to the racism at that time, her character development, and the supposed to be romance between her and Bruce, did not fall through. Michelle Pfeiffer's version from Batman Returns was so iconic that it became the most well-known Catwoman live-action performance of all time. Her rendition exuded a lot of sex appeal but hinted a mixture of danger, mystery, anger, madness, and vengeance. The second time the role was diversified was when it got portrayed by Halle Berry on the big screen in her own solo movie, Catwoman, in 2004. The film was not well received, however, it was DC's first superhero movie, led by a woman of color. Anne Hathaway gets a more modern take on the role in The Dark Knight Rises. She brought a certain sweetness and charm to the character, and was never even called Catwoman in the said film. She was more of a thief, who had a heart of gold, and yet, had an antagonistic relationship with Bruce. Meanwhile on the small screen, Cameron Bicondova was cast to play a much younger Selina Kyle, on the series called Gotham. The latest addition to this list is Zoe Kravitz. Although we have yet to see her full performance, her chemistry with Robert Pattinson in the trailers have been undeniable so far. This is why many are looking forward to what she will bring to the table. Oswald Cobblepot, also known as Penguin, is one of Batman's formidable enemies. He has been played multiple times in both TV and film. Burgess Meredith was the first actor to play the role in the 1966 TV series. Much like the theme and characters of that series, he also had a very campy, funny and a bit over-the-top portrayal of the Penguin. His next iterations became darker and less comedic in nature. Enter Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. His tragic background in the film left him gravely deformed and incapable to be loved. This past made his character more of a psychopath, which was a great departure from how he was originally portrayed on the small screen. His next appearance on TV was when Robin Lord Taylor was cast to play the role on the Gotham TV series. He also had his own backstory. The actor nailed the instability and cruelty of the role, which was no surprise that many critics and fans alike saw this version of the Penguin as one of the series' breakout characters. Talk about character development and proper execution. Last on the list is the veteran actor, Colin Farrell, who honestly looked very unrecognizable when pictures of him were shown in public. But knowing that he is no stranger to being a villain in a superhero movie, surely he will be able to nail this role too. Riddler is another iconic Gotham City villain, who constantly challenges Batman's detective skills. It is no surprise that he will be one of the big bads in the new Batman movie. This character has only been played 4 times before the latest addition to the roster. First by Frank Gorshin, in the 1966 TV show and movie. He had a very theatrical way of speaking and moving, however, he also knew how to be sinister when it came down to it. Another one from 1966 was John Aston, who is best known as Gomez Addams, in the Addams Family sitcom. Like Merriweather, he also had a temporary gig, spanning only 2 episodes in the series. He had to do them, due to some reasons Gorshin had, which made him unavailable to shoot the said episodes. One of the modern depictions of the Riddler was that of Jim Carrey in Batman Forever. Unfortunately though, although his interpretation still brought on that zaniness and craziness, many did not feel like he was a huge threat to Gotham than his previous iterations. In the TV show, Gotham, Corey Michael Smith played Edward Nygma. He played a more brutally dangerous murderer on screen, which definitely convinced everyone that he wasn't a character anyone can mess with easily. The last one to play the Riddler is the actor, Paul Dano. Based on the trailers, his look is a departure from the green suit, which the character has been known to wear. According to the director, Matt Reeves, this version of the Riddler is more of a mysterious serial killer, who somehow resembles that of the infamous Zodiac killer. Whether he will be able to pull it off remains to be seen in the latest Batman movie. Remember Batman's trusty butler? I always thought he was so dependable, as he tirelessly took care of his master, in the absence of his parents. So many actors have played this role on both the big and small screen. From Alan Napier, who was Alfred Pennyworth from 1966 to 1968, Michael Gough, from 1989 to 1997, Ian Abercrombie, from 2002 to 2004. Then the great Michael Caine, from 2005 to 2012, a younger version played by Sean Pertwee, from 2014 to 2019, in the Gotham TV series, to the veteran actor, Jeremy Irons, from 2016 to 2017. Jack Bannon in 2019, in a short series called Pennyworth, chronicling his life as an ex-Special Air Service operative, friend and business partner to Bruce's late father, Thomas Wayne. In the new movie, Andy Serkis will be filling in for this role. I must say that I was very surprised of the actor chosen for Alfred. But I do hope that with his extensive experience in the film industry, he will be able to bring Alfred to life successfully. Lastly, let's not forget the Commissioner of Gotham City, who shares Batman's deep commitment to fight crime. Commissioner James Gordon was played by the following actors through the years. From the first being Neil Hamilton, from 1966, to Pat Hingle, from 1989 to 1997, to the very talented Gary Oldman, from 2005 to 2012, a younger version by Ben McKenzie, from 2014 to 2019, the iconic J.K. Simmons in 2017, and lastly, the only person of color to play the role so far is Jeffrey Wright in the upcoming The Batman movie. Those are all the actors and actresses who have played Batman, Catwoman, Penguin, the Riddler, Alfred, and Commissioner Gordon through the years. Do you have a favorite? If so, tell us in the comment section below. Until then, thank you for watching.